Hi guys. The lesson and topic that I'm going to be really focusing on is saving our planet. I chose this topic because based on our previous assignments, I have done something similar to this where I really focused on ways that we can help protect our environment, simple ways that you could help. And it's something that I'm really passionate about and I like to advocate about. Because I feel like there's a lot of whether it be misinformation or lack of information um, in general. I just feel like it's important to spread awareness. So that is why, again, we're talking about saving our planet. And I said saving our planet begins with you. So I'm going to start off with a little intro. So in this lesson, we will learn simple ways in which you can have a massive impact on planet Earth and why you should try to protect the world we live in because we only have one planet. We will also learn about why you should even care about saving our planet Earth. Um, this is a little quote that I thought really corresponded well with this topic. And it says, "The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it," by Robert Swan. And I feel like this is really, really true. If people have the mentality that they shouldn't care because other people care and they're just one person and they really won't have an impact, well, there's probably multiple hundreds of thousands of people that have the same mentality of you. So if there's that amount of people that are believing the same things you are, then the point of that really is eradicated and doesn't exist anymore because multiple people aren't caring. So it's not just you. Um, so I think that this quote really corresponds, and I think it's really well spoken and well said. Um, so why should you try to help our planet? There are many reasons to count, but these are just a few reasons. One, our Earth not only sustains human life, but it also helps sustain all the life of our animal friends as well. Um, Two, many of our animal friends are endangered because of global warming. Examples are the koala, the Arctic fox, and the blue whale. So, global warming is essentially the warming of our planet Earth and our globe, essentially. And many of these animals require to live in specific temperatures and climates. So if we were to alter that even by a little bit, which we have been causing our globe to warm, our temperatures are rising. Many of these animals can't accommodate themselves and really manage to live in their new climates. So they end up being endangered because they can't adapt to these new climates. And three, currently our planet presents the perfect conditions to sustain life on Earth. If we continue mistreating our planet, soon we won't be able to live on Earth. Like I said before, many of our animals require to live in certain climates, but this not only relates to them, we also can't live on a Earth that's too hot or too cold. We have to have a specific temperature for us to be able to sustain life. And if we continue to mistreat our planet, then soon we will get too hot and Earth won't be able to sustain life. So, next, we're going to talk about some simple ways that you can help save our planet. Um, so, the first one I said was recycle. Here I said recycle products that are recyclable. This will help reduce the amount of waste in our landfills. Example, glass, plastic, etc. There are many things that you can recycle, and I'm pretty sure around campus or around school you've seen recycling bins, whether it be for plastic, for cans, for paper. There's many things that are recyclable, and to recycle essentially means to take something that's going to be thrown out and find different ways to use it or use it to make something else. This will reduce the amount of waste in our landfills. Our landfills are, if you guys have seen any pictures of them, they are extremely full of trash and many things that can't be decomposable, that aren't things that we can reuse. And if we were simply to just bring more awareness to recycling and to the importance, I feel like we could get that amount of waste in our landfills to be extremely lowered. The second one is reduce. So reduce unnecessary waste. Doing this will not only reduce the amount of waste in our landfills, but also our oceans. So if you are going to throw something away, try to find it. Or if you are going to use something that can't be recycled, try to reduce the amount of waste it's going to cause. There's many stores now that are really trying to reduce their impact with this. So they aren't offering plastic bags, and they're trying to give reusable bags just to reduce the amount of waste that end up in our landfills and oceans. And our oceans also play a major part, because most of our trash ends up in some kind of water source, whether it be a stream, river, in our ocean. And obviously this is really harmful for the animals. If you guys have seen videos of like plastic straws ending up in turtles' noses, it causes real trauma and pain to the animals, and if they aren't properly taken care of after, they really can't survive. So it's important that we not only think of our immediate like repercussions, but down the road, like if I throw this out my car, where will it eventually end up? And it's most likely in a water source. 3, energy conservation. So be mindful of lights or appliances not in use. This will help conserve energy. This is very simple as well and easy to do. So let's say you're about to leave your house. Many of us have the tendency to leave lights on. It takes like a minute or two to just go around your house and make sure that all the lights that aren't being used, or appliances even that aren't really used, to be unplugged or turned off. Yep. And for number 4, we have water conservation. So this is another simple way to save our planet, is not wasting water. So a simple example of this could be turning off the water, your tap, while you are brushing your teeth. I used to be guilty of this. I used to brush my teeth, and while I was doing it, I used to leave the tap running. This is just wasteful of our resources of water. You could just turn it off while you are not using it. Number 5, don't be a litter bug. So ensure that if you're going to throw waste away, you dispose of it properly in trash bins, not on the ground. Like I said before, we have to be mindful of what we do. And let's say you're just thinking, oh, I'm going to throw this piece of garbage out my car or in my front yard. The wind's going to blow it eventually, and it's going to end up in some, whether it be on someone else's lawn, to somewhere else, in a ditch, and eventually it's going to end up harming some animals' habitat, like in streams. Our animals and fishes and wildlife can't be swimming around trash. So it's important to think of the repercussions as well. Number 6 is reuse. So instead of throwing away something that you think you don't need, try to find new ways to reuse this item. This will allow less waste in our landfills. Number 7 relates to our carbon footprint. So this is gasoline/car emissions. So you could carpool, ride bikes, or other similar vehicles to help reduce our carbon footprint. We even have major companies and corporations trying to take part in helping with this issue. We have electric cars that don't require gasoline and won't add to our carbon footprint. So it's important to take steps to help with this issue. And number 8, we have share the cause on social media. Helping spread this information or tips will help you play a huge part in helping our planet. Like I said, there's many like sites where it gets misinformation, and many people don't believe in climate change, and we obviously have proof for that. So it's important that you're spreading out and trying to advocate for these things to your friends, family, and others. Why should you even care? So here we have a couple percentages that will help us pinpoint key ideas. So here in relation to glaciers melting, we have the famed snows of Kilimanjaro have melted more than 80% since 1912. That's really hard to wrap like my head around, because that means that only 20% of these snows in this once full of snow place have dwindled to 20%. I can only think about the wildlife, how their habitats have really been impacted by the melting of the snow. Um, so 30% here. So in this quote, I found that the United States makes up less than 5% of the population on Earth, yet we easily consume over 30% of its resources. And then up top here, we have, at the current rate we're going, our global sea levels will rise at least 12 inches. This will not only impact the wildlife living near coasts, but also the animals living in water and the people living near the coast. Really, it'll be like a drastic change for all these people and animals. So it's important that we take steps to help with this issue before it's too late. We also need clean air to breathe. Our animals and our wildlife friends and our really just life in general, we need clean air. And if we continue to pollute our air, eventually it won't be healthy for us. And it's not healthy for us. Due to global warming, we are destroying the homes of many animals. Honeybees, the polar bear, they're all really, I think they're on the endangered list. And that's crazy, because to me, when I was younger, I remember there was really not talks of bees or polar bears at all. And now we hear talks of them going extinct and they're endangered. And it's really mind-boggling to me that in a matter of years that many species are going extinct. And finally, we have that 70% of Americans, only 70% of Americans believe that climate change is real. This is yet another instance where I think spreading awareness and knowledge and information and tips could be really key to make sure that really 100% of Americans believe that climate change is real, and that we should really be working to help with this issue. Thank you.